Let's go.
Lift. He says for 550 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
I heard Amber Heard is moving to Spain. I hope they have good dry cleaning. We all know how she has accidents.
Actually,
Tom,
she's
I
been there
believe-
for the better part of a year.
Yeah, we have a story from Spain, don't we?
Yeah, because we reported on this a while back. It might have been on Mead, where she had been spotted in Madrid a while back, and
Yeah, we have the stories. Let's bring it up on screen.
yeah, she went poop on the street.
What?
No.
What?
According to this.
Yeah, there's footage and everything.
You know what? We don't need footage.
We don't.
Well, we got it. But
Wow.
this
I
was
want to
like,
know who that is in front of her, just
Yeah,
watching
who are
it
these
happen.
people
Well, that's her
watching it?
entourage. That's her girlfriend.
The return of Amber.
Oh, I
Turner.
want to. How drunk was she then?
Well, she
Why
left a
did you-
statement for her neighbor.
They had to get it for science and evidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the neighbors, they absolutely hated having her there. And the reason why we have this CCTV footage, like this is in the story here, is that the neighbors, they saw like this pile that obviously came from a human on the street. And they figured, we have Amber Heard in the neighborhood. She's raising hell all the time, and she was raising hell last night. Let's just check the CCTV footage for that camera over there. And that's the pictures you're looking at right here. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that was they. Let's hope that they have good, like that they have like the brown patrol in Madrid as they have in San Francisco, because they're going to need it with Amber Heard now having moved there. So this story is, of course, a few months old by now, but it's like there's footage.
Oops, she did it again.
Now, that being said, second-rate American actors can have a very good career in films in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she announced today that she's done filming, or at least it came out in the press, or done shooting.
It was on
She's done with
Twitter,
Hollywood.
that she's done with movies.
Yeah, well, movies were done
God.
with her last year. She just finally caught up. With
Everybody, she has her little fangirls, and that's all she has. I mean, I do not expect Aquaman to do well.
They are
at all,
crying this morning, I
because
guarantee it.
People want her to fail because of how batshit crazy she is.
Here's something true. I think you'll agree.
I agree.
Here, you can buy a lot of things, but you can't buy class.
You can't. You can't. Like, I saw somebody post something. I think I saw somebody in chat mention something about San Francisco. I was like, did she move there from there? Move to Spain from there? Because there's a lot of shit in the street in San Francisco. But you'd expect that from like homeless people and those who are mentally unstable.
Yeah, you don't expect that from a former A-list celebrity that was in like
Exactly.
huge movies
Well-
and stuff like that. That comes to grace Madrid with her presence, and then she leaves. What was it that Johnny Depp described them as? Grumpy. That comes and leaves grumpies on the sidewalk, walk in populated areas.
I'm amazed at people willing to sabotage their own career. Lindsay Lohan. I mean, why? You've got everything.
But self-destruction comes rather easily. I mean, it comes from a lack of self-worth, to be honest with you.
What also comes with too much money too quickly.
Sure.
Too much money, wanting that. I mean, a lot of these people are in the spotlight for so long; they're used to being in the press.
Well, she
And
was
so
a
whenever
child
they
star.
see them,
Yeah.
and then when they see they're showing up in the press less and less, they do these outlandish things to get back in there, because there's that saying that
there's
any
that
press
too.
or all press is good press, and people are talking about her and talking about her and talking about her. I mean, think of the Johnny Depp stuff. People were talking about her for months, and then there's this, and people are going to talk about her for a while.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
she
not even
just-
sure if it's that.
She wants
Kara.
to live rent free in people's minds. That, and she's just mentally unstable.
I was gonna say, I mean, it could be that, but I think it's just more so she clearly is somebody who acts like the rules don't apply to her. I heard the excuse was that her dog stepped on a bee. I can't confirm that, but it's from the trial. It was a joke. It was her excuse for something is that her dog stepped on a bee. Yeah. No,
I think
I think I do remember that now.
Yeah, no, I honestly just think that she is one of those people that she is so overindulgent with herself, so narcissistic, so full of herself.
She's extremely narcissistic.
That she can just do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But if somebody yells at her and be like, and says, "Hey, you did this wrong," she's going to go cry and play victim. She's on either one of the spectrum where she's either going to cry and play victim or she's going to yell back and be like, "No, you're wrong."
It does come down to what Paul was pointing out too, is that, you know, you're in a bubble and you're surrounded by people who just artificially lift you up all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
That people do not realize about the bubble. They've just if you've never seen the bubble, you're great. That was fantastic. Just ignore what everybody is saying.
Like Kevin
yes
Smith
men and yes girls. It's dangerous mentality. Like that is one thing like I pride myself on with like my friends is I'm gonna tell you the truth, like whether you like it or not. Is like I'm gonna be blunt with you. I'm gonna be straight. Like if you do something wrong, I'm gonna call you out for it.
Well, you're no fun. I have often told people that humility was forced upon me because of my failures.
But don't get me wrong. I will hype my friends up if they deserve it. I will.
No, but I didn't want that. I didn't want my failures. My failures forced me to become somewhat okay. I didn't want that. I wanted to be treated like a demigod.
I would want people to do the same for me because like I don't want to be in a bubble.
Well, that's because you're a normal person.
Like, tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Tell me why I'm doing something wrong. Like, I am perfectly okay with that. Like, I like people. It's just
no, of course.
She's an example of what not to do in both social life and in being a celebrity.
She has something extra that caused Elon to go for her for a period of time.
It's the looks. That's it.
Yeah, skinny
looks, and she was probably a little freaky in the sheets.
Probably, yeah. You're right.
If she's willing to take a dump on him, who knows what else she's willing to do?
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, we don't we don't kink shame, but like, who knows what kind of kinks Elon has that she could reveal to the world? Like, we don't know that. We know what she's willing to do on camera now, granted on CCTV, but still. So yeah.
Yep. She updated his servers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole Amber Heard thing, like I used to be a fan of her like years and years and years ago. I used to like her. I honestly really was excited whenever I heard she was going to be Mira in Aquaman.
And what was she in? What was she in before that?
Oh God.
She was in Pineapple Express.
Oh,
really
Pineapple Express.
I like that one. And she was in Drive Angry. She was good in that.
And she was in Zombieland.
Yeah. I mean, like her mental issues, there are quite a few people that have them, especially in Hollywood. It's just that she got exposed to the world.
It's just...
And it's very difficult to see her... like her public persona right now has kind of like superseded any kind of role that she will ever play again. And
I'm so surprised
to unsee the pictures from that tape.
Yeah. No. I don't know if she was just trying, like Tom, you mentioned that she was just trying to like make a statement or something, or she was trying to like get back at her angry neighbors, or like
get back at her and get back at the streets of Spain.
Well, that was Andre who brought that part up. I just think she has, I don't think she knows how to people correctly.
She doesn't get social cues. Like, she's one of those that takes a situation from 1 to 100 like that. And like we saw it with Depp. Like, there's no in between with her. It's all or nothing. And whenever you go all, it's all. I mean, you see it all.
She's never really faced any kind of consequences in her life for her behavior.
That's part of the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Manic Pixie fangirl, she is able to say exactly what happened here. Like female dogs, she's just marking her territory.
Oh, there you go. That explains it.
Yeah, it kind of does actually.
She's cosplaying as a female.
Means
dog.
she decided to stay.
Yeah, but dogs don't poop to mark territory.
This is also true, but it was fun. Anyway.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
Amber
all or
does know
nothing
that.
with her.
Yeah. She did blame
so,
it on
yeah.
the dog originally, so
It's
Yeah,
just,
good luck with that. With
no, remember in the bed
I
she
have
blamed
neighbors
it on the
that I
dog.
don't like. I'm not gonna go do that. I have neighbors. I call them the serial killers because, like, I swear they're serial killers. Like, it's what happens when you live out in the middle of nowhere.
They're watching, Cara.
Yeah, you're exposing
They're
yourself now.
watching
What are you
you
doing?
all day long, Carolyn, and
No,
they know
but
what
that's
you're
like
doing.
the other thing that not only did she squat down and drop a duke in the middle of the street, but she did it right in front of her girlfriends. I mean, that's
That's what I was
strikes me as
saying, where-
unusual.
That's what I was saying, Andre. It's you don't do that unless it's something you've done before.
Yeah,
And
This
not
is what
gotten
happens.
any, especially in public. No less. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, do you think she carries around TP in her purse so that she can wipe
no.
afterwards?
She just fucking goes and you saw the pictures.
Zero shame. And like, I bet she went to a bar after that and just smelled like shit the whole time.
She was probably going off.
Yeah. Oof.
She's like,
She was probably on something, and she was probably wasted.
Oh my
And
god,
whenever you
Amber
get-
Turd is trending again. I'll give him Amber fucking Turd.
Well, I'm sure she was wasted.
Yeah,
She does have a penchant for wine,
yes.
an affinity for
red wine.
It's just, I have no sympathy for her anymore. None. It's just completely gone. Like, you were a grown ass woman. Like, you should know better.
To round out this story, is anyone going to miss seeing her on the big screen after Aquaman 2? Because that is
No.
possibly
Well, wait,
the last time
Absolutely
we'll be
not.
seeing her.
No way.
bigger question: is anybody going to go see Aquaman 2?
No.
No, and I think even Saffron is getting ready for that because his quote was basically like they asked him about Jason Momoa returning as Aquaman, and he said basically, we will be working with Jason again. I can't remember how he put it, but something about like whether or not it's Aquaman or not is yet to be seen, or something along those lines. Basically telegraphing that no, Aquaman is dead, kids, and they already know it's a dead fish.
Get ready for Lobo, which is a much better fit for him.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know. To me, it's a question of what are the hints of the reviews. I mean, the Guardians, the reviews were okay enough for me to want to watch it. I did like.
I'm the same way. I'm excited to go see it this weekend.
There is some variance in the reviews. Like it was odd because last night it was like Culture and I were we were on the one end. There was a few people in the middle, and then there's a couple people who didn't care for it as much. But I haven't seen anybody
Before we
flat
get
out
into
hate
that,
it.
let's run through a few more super chats so we don't get too far behind. Then we'll get into Guardians here.